Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife, and I'm about to say some of my favorite words that I get to say every single year. Welcome to the Alaska State Fair. It is a Friday night. We came out here after work, and this is a yearly tradition for us.
Yeah.
Every single year we come out here, we walk through the fair, we look at the booths, we probably most importantly eat the food. And that's exactly what we're going to do tonight. And as we do every single year, we're bringing you guys with us. Sherri, it is cloudy.
Yeah.
Not very cold though.
Not very cold.
And not currently raining.
No, but it was kind of starting to rain on our way out here, and the sky does not look awesome.
But you came prepared. Got your raincoat.
I did.
I
did not.
Wore a hoodie with no raincoat. So I'm putting it out into the universe. Rain, rain, stay away. All right, let's go. Before I left the house, I bought our tickets on the State Fair website so that we don't have to wait in the ticket line. We can just scan this and head in. You can see we are entering the fair through the red gate this year. And here's the line to buy tickets. It's actually not too bad. But since we already have ours, we get to go around and right in. Concert tonight is Kill Switch Engage. We are not going to that, but we are going to grab one of the daily schedules. Just inside the entrance, they have a little garden display here with apparently a flock of bickens. You can meet the bicken flock. Sherri, do you have any idea what a bicken is? It's that. No, you do. First purchase has been made. Oh, and also as we were walking into the first booth, we got to meet a subscriber from Florida.
Yes, we did.
Who is from Ocala, is that right?
Yeah.
And he said they watched our video preparing for the Alaska State Fair, which is hilarious. And you bought a clotter ring.
Another clotter ring, so I have two, but this one has pretties.
And apparently a sparkly clotter was needed.
Yeah.
Would you ever do this? Just kind of walking through the carnival midway now. You can see a bunch of rides here, things they've had at the fair for years and years. And then this little roller coaster they put in, I think last year or the year before. Time for another State Fair tradition. Sherri taking photos of flowers. We found a leather booth, and Sherri found a bag that she really likes. It's a crossbody bag. These are kind of things you love bringing on cruises and as we travel. It has, how many pockets?
Has this pocket with like the wallet stuff.
Which is awesome.
This pocket. This pocket. This pocket.
And then
this pocket.
And then also has that pouch. And genuine leather, $30.
40.
Oh, $40.
$40.
That's a great price.
Yeah.
You thinking about getting it?
Maybe.
And, I mean, I know this is important, kind of matches the teal in your hair. Now a stop that we make every single year, the perennial garden. I will agree, it is pretty darn magical in here. Here in the back corner of the perennial garden, they have this like raven sculpture. And I love this sign in front. It says, did you know that ravens not only remember people who help them, but also that they tell their friends about the kindness? In field studies, researchers have observed that whenever a human assists a raven or crow in trouble, the entire community of these corvids, not just the bird that was helped, become generally friendlier toward and more trusting of the human benefactor. That is so cool. Did you know that? Oh.
Yes, because that sign's been up here for years.
That sign's been up here for years? Okay. This is what I love about Sherri. The fair out there, hundreds of people, thousands of people probably visiting the fair today. But where are we? Literally the only people back here. It's just my favorite. Every year at the fair with Sherri. Hey, you're cute. Here's the reptile exhibit. Absolutely not. The Sluice Box is like the iconic bar, music venue here at the Alaska State Fair, and they actually rebuilt it this year. So this is the first year that we have a nice new big Sluice Box. Sherri decided to keep it fancy with her canned Chardonnay.
Cabernet.
Oh, same thing. I went with a cider. You can see they got a band setting up over there. This, way nicer than the old Sluice Box. So much bigger. We left this loose box and Sherri got distracted by a booth filled with stickers. Surprise, surprise. Food number one at the Alaska State Fair, the Alaska Crab Shack. But now the question, what are we getting? Are we getting scallops? Are we getting crab cakes? Are we getting everything? So we got what was called the Fair Special. It was a bottle of water or any drink, 5 crab cakes, and the bacon-wrapped scallops. Our state fair might not have a life-size cow sculpted out of butter, but our seafood is the best.
Killer crab cakes.
The crab cake is so good.
Uh-huh.
That was a good way to start the food. Those crab cakes and scallops, both delicious.
Delicious.
Also, kind of love that. Here's the goat section, and it's funny because I was like, where are all the goats? Oh, just climbing on that guy. Oh, look at that. There's one over there by the house, but it's just like standing on him.
There's a whole bunch on this side.
Oh, let's go to that side then. You guys shield your eyes if you don't want to see violence, because we have a vicious goat fight going on right here. Look at that one. That one's like, I'm just trying to eat. Oh gosh, that's like a headbutt right to the butt. That was awesome. Honestly, for me, the goats, worth the price of admission. Like, if I just paid $17 to get into the fair, and I just stood here for like 2 years. 2 years? I don't know why I just said 2 years.
Extreme, but all right.
That was ridiculous. It did not take us long to get our next food item. This is something we had not had at the fair ever. Okay. They're fried Alaska-grown peanut potatoes, and then they're served with a smoky bacon dip that Sherri is apparently just over here eating by itself.
Really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We've, again, never had these before. I think they were $12, and I do have a feeling these are going to be good, but they're probably just a vehicle for the smoky bacon dip. And well, we've decided to not finish these, not because they're not good. Yeah, they're delicious, but there's a lot of them there, and we have a lot more food we want to eat.
Correct.
Can we buy a little horse for Missy? So we just came across this booth that has women's winter coats for $20, and the hood on these zips off, and it's a great deal. And Sherri, can I see those hand things again?
Yeah, like this is attached.
Look at that.
Kind of love that.
What do you think? Do you need a new winter coat for 20 bucks?
I mean, my winter coat from last year is way too big.
What's that?
My winter coat from last year is way too big.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever come into this booth. It's been here, I think, almost every year. And they have $25 like hooded fleeces, men's winter coats $30, hoodies for $25. They have all sorts of like rain gear, and I think Sherri's definitely getting a new winter coat. Stopped in a little wood carving booth. They have bear, they have like the wood halibut. Look at how great all of these are. I love the little welcome moose. Okay, well, maybe not so welcoming. This is the giant zucchini area. You can buy these, you can see $5 each. And hold on, I'm not sure you can tell how big this is. So let me just, Sherri, you hold this. It's large. Now we are heading into the farm exhibit, and one of the biggest events of the Alaska State Fair is happening right now. It is the giant cabbage weigh-off, where we see who grew the biggest cabbage of the year in Alaska. We were gonna go over to the giant cabbage weigh-off, but there's a fuzzy cow. Sherri just pointed out that I'm a moron because it's a yak, not a cow. Sorry, I mislabeled you.
And their cabbage's name is Marshmallow Man.
Here we have the petting zoo. It is open to all ages. And so, how do you feel about going in there? Oh my gosh, they got baby pigs. What? They look delicious. Hey Sherri, I'm not sure how long I want to stay here. I'm feeling a little sheepish. Get it? I like this goat who is laying on his food while eating the twine that is holding the gate. And look at this. Some of the little chicken nuggets are hatching. If I can't bring home a little horse, can I bring home a little chicken for Missy? Maybe a chicken? I'm proud of you. You're normally not one to touch animals. That was a big deal for you. And here are the Great Pumpkin competitors. You can see that one, 1,878 pounds. But that one right down there is the winner. 2,023 pounds. That's a lot of pumpkin. Here are the rest of some of the giant vegetables. You can see a 370-pound green squash. Look at this gourd. This is crazy. This is a 125-inch long gourd. That thing is gorgeous. Don't do that, Sherri. You can see you got a 119-pound cabbage back there. So most trips to the fair, it is the booths with stickers that get Sherri. This year, it's the booth with the enamel pins. We'll show you the one she's getting here in a second. This is one of our favorite places every year. We normally, well, every year, get the king crab. I don't know that we're gonna get it this year though. But look at the other things. Also the king crab, $37. That's a great price. Shrimp kebab, seafood chowder. We just sat down here by the grandstand and the demolition derby taking place over there right now. Tomorrow, Sherri, monster trucks. Sunday. So we've had some of the coolest interactions with people.
Yeah.
First of all, we meant to do this earlier.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Jim. We met Emily, and she said her dad, Jim, loves our channel. So
Emily just moved to Alaska last year, I think. Something like that. And she said every time she goes home, her dad shows her our videos. So Jim, your daughter was wonderful. Very nice. We also just talked to an artist for the longest time.
Her name is Meg. Fantastic artist. We bought pins that she didn't actually make, but the rest of her art was amazing.
Yep. You want to show some of the pins?
Yeah.
Sherri picked all of them out, and while she's pulling that out, I want to show you our next food option or food item. We went with the dumplings. These are chicken dumplings. These are steamed pork buns, and I'm not mad about either of those. They're from, I think it's Grandma Way's food truck. Okay, Sherri, so we're gonna take a look at some of these Sherri chosen pins. The first one here on the left says survive out of spite. Hilarious. The next one is you are more loved than you know. The next one is bookworm, and then the next one is the one that Sherri had to have the most.
Yep.
I'm too clumsy to be around fragile masculinity.
It's true.
I love you so much. And look at this. Here's the Holland America Princess tent. They have a big earn-a-free cruise for people who want to work in Alaska. Sherri, you work for them.
I do.
That's your tent.
That's my tent.
Do you own that tent?
I do.
They use this for a lot of different events. I think yesterday was like cosplay day here at the fair, and they had the cosplay contest in there. So I think it's pretty cool that Holland America does that.
Yeah.
One nice thing about the Alaska State Fair is that even if you don't have a ticket to the concert, you can pretty much hear it from anywhere around the fairgrounds. Next stop for us is Raven Hall. Raven Hall is, gosh, for lack of a better term, it's where a lot of like the infomercial kind of things are.
As seen on TV.
As seen on TV. They have everything from like hot sauces to dips to, well, mattresses and those jiggly shaker things. Come on, they got everything from Cutco knives to karate. How could you not love Raven Hall? We made it out of Raven Hall without buying anything, but now we are walking up one of the trails that I think has the best food of all of the fair. And by best food, I mean, I know that they have a donut burger and a bucket of donuts.
Corn fritters.
And corn fritters and halibut, and the Reuben house is up here. It's just so much good food. Next food is something that I've never tried. I've seen so many photos on social media, and I've wanted to try. I don't even know how I would pronounce that. Oma's, do you have any guess? Poffer cheese? That's not it. They are traditional mini Dutch pancakes with vanilla and sweet cream butter. So definitely getting that. Rule number one of State Fair food: any version of fried dough and sugar is delicious. And then you add sweet cream butter. How could this not be amazing?
Let's try it, Adam.
I just wish I knew how to pronounce it.
You're the cutest thing ever.
I want to lie to you and tell you it's terrible so that I get all of them.
Oh, well, your face says otherwise.
It's amazing.
Yeah?
So you know you're in Alaska because we don't have Build-A-Bear, we have Make-A-Moose. Alaska State Fair food tour continues with something that we know and love. And this is really sad, actually. This is the Talkeetna spinach bread. It is like homemade bread, spinach, butter, like these whole cloves of garlic. And we also got a Brazilian limeade. This is a bit of a summer tradition here in Alaska. But Sherri, we haven't had it all summer.
We didn't make it up to Talkeetna once.
I couldn't tell you the last time that has not happened.
Right?
So
So we had to get it at the fair.
had to. One of our favorites. Well, I think I found a poncho that I need. That's amazing. Now we're next to Jack Skellington. The line for Aloha Whip, super long. So, not gonna get that. However, I think we are gonna get an old-timey Klondike photo, right? No, we're not. Would you, would you ever do that with me? No? Maybe?
I don't know.
Sherri, that could be us. Like, that could be us. Could be our Christmas card this year. Okay, Sherri did not want an old-timey Klondike photo. Do you want that? No rainbow dolphin balloon. I, on the other hand, absolutely want the alien balloon. You can see now that the sun has set, the Midway all lit up. This is my favorite time of night on the Carnival Midway, when all the rides have their lights on.
Yeah.
It's just so fun. I think we are about done.
I think so.
We've made our laps. We've seen just about everything we came to see.
Yeah.
We've eaten just about everything we came to eat. It's about time to head out. I thought we were leaving, and then there's an antique store that Sherri saw books in, so we're going to check it out. You truly never know what you're going to find when you step into an antique store at the State Fair. Here's a first edition book signed by Salvador Dali for $950, just like hanging out here on the shelf. Find any books you can't live without?
No, but I was just telling him I found a book that was probably my favorite book growing up, and I think I still have a copy of it somewhere. It's called Ellen Tebbets by Beverly Cleary, and I read it. I can't even tell.
What was it called?
It's Ellen Tebbets.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Oh, let's go see it. All right, anybody else out here know this book? Ellen Tebbets by Beverly Cleary. That was little Sherri's favorite book.
Favorite. Like, I read it, I don't even know.
So you sure you have it? We don't need to get it?
I'm not completely sure. I don't feel like it's one that I would have gotten rid of because it was my favorite book.
So Sherri thinks that she still has that book at home.
I don't feel like it's one that I would have gotten rid of, but we got it just in case.
We bought it just in case. And just like that, we are done with the 2023 Alaska State Fair. It is almost 9:30 p.m. We spent about 5 hours at the fair-ish.
Yep, got there about 4:30-ish.
And had a great time.
Yeah, it was fun.
Let's do our whole fair wrap-up, Sherri.
Okay.
This actually was one of my favorite trips to the fair we have had in a long time.
I would agree with that.
We did not do a lot of the things or eat a lot of the things that we almost always do. There were a lot of firsts at the fair this year.
Yeah, we had some things that we haven't had before, but we decided against some of the things that we almost always get.
Yeah, wanted to have a little bit different of an experience, and it was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Sherri, favorite thing we ate?
Oh. I don't know. Crab cakes, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what my favorite was?
What?
Those puffer jetters. The puffer jetters. Puffer jetters?
Not that.
Puffer droppers?
Nailed it.
Whatever those little pancakes were, because the pancake with the powdered sugar, delicious. But whatever that butter was...
The butter was really good, like that vanilla sweet cream butter.
Okay. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Those, I think, were my favorite.
Yeah. Coke's kind of stabbing me.
You okay?
Yep, it's fine now.
It was amazing. It didn't rain on us the entire time.
It's starting to rain now.
As we were walking into the Jeep, we felt sprinkles.
Yep.
So, thank you, God. We got to meet a number of you.
We did.
Which is just amazing.
We also ran into friends of ours that we haven't seen in, I don't know, 15 years.
This was the highlight of the fair for me.
Yeah.
These friends, and this one friend in particular, he was one of my very best friends during a very important season of my life. And as happens, we just lost touch with them.
Yeah, and I mean, it was the kind of thing that, like, as soon as we, like, saw each other, I used to call him Tallahassee and he used to call me Indiana, and it was like instant. Like, it was just like, oh my gosh, it's Tallahassee. Like, it was so much fun, and so it was so fun to, like, catch up with them. We have met his wife, obviously, but we didn't know that they had kids. They had teenage kids.
Yeah, we haven't seen them in so long, and it's really hard because when you haven't seen somebody in that long, how in the world do you sum up the last 15 years of your life?
I know, we were like, both of us were like, what have you been up to? And we were like, how do you answer that? And like, they were like, how do we wrap that up?
It was hands down the highlight of the fair for me.
Yes.
Getting to reconnect with them. Oh my gosh. That was so like, great. My heart is so full. And here's what it reminds me of. We were talking about this as we were like sitting down for a little bit. One of the best things about the Alaska State Fair is that when you live in Alaska, it is basically just like a friend and family reunion.
Yeah.
It's impossible to go to the fair, I think, and not just like spend the whole time running into friends.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I don't think that we've ever just not like run into people that we haven't seen in a while.
No, you know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because the State Fair is like where Alaska like collides. It's where we all converge.
Right.
Because we all want elephant ears and corn dogs.
And crab cakes.
And crab cakes. And all of the delicious fair food.
Yeah.
So it was just a really good fair experience.
Yeah.
And it was different than any fair experience we've had in so long.
I agree.
Man.
Yeah.
And it didn't rain.
And I mean, it was kind of starting to rain as we got here, and then it stopped like before we actually got out of the car, and then like literally like as we were walking back out to the car, I was like, oh, I just felt a drip on my head.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You guys, thanks so much for watching. It was super cool. We told them about the people from Florida, right?
Yeah.
It's super cool that some of you guys watch our videos in preparation to come to the State Fair.
Yeah.
So, again, I think we say this every single year. If you're in Alaska, if you're visiting Alaska around State Fair time, come to Palmer, make the trip out to the fair, eat the food, spend the day, see the giant vegetables.
It's fun.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
Have a drink at the new sluice box.
Mm-hmm.
Spend a lot of money at games winning something that you could buy for a fraction of the price. We love you guys. We'll see you on the next LeggLife video.